Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. The World Championship is just 2 days away. Welcome back to Valorant News. Lots to discuss today. Rostermania being talked about, but also the Sentinels guys discussing the meta as it stands right now and why Viper and Astra especially definitely need a nerf in the current state of the game. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button. It's the best thing you can do to help this channel reach new people. Please consider subscribing as well if you haven't already. I feel 2,000 subs on the horizon. I'm sure you guys can do it. So, well, this says 3 days until champs. Of course, this was uploaded yesterday. Today, it's 2 days till champs. It starts on Wednesday. Exciting stuff, very much indeed. And, well, lots of talk about it, frankly. Who are the favourites? We'll talk about some pick'ems towards the end of the video here, and you guys can give your thoughts down below. But, Scream says 5 hours of media day, but worth it. Riot is the best in it. Can't wait to see the results. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy stuff coming out during this event in terms of media stuff and content and all this that goes alongside the event itself, which really makes things a great viewing experience. So, exciting to see that for sure. Now, this also definitely worth a mention from the Team Liquid side. Lots of talk lately on what's going on with 100 Thieves. Where's Nitro going to go? Is he going to leave Valorant? Is he going to go back to the Team Liquid squad in Counter-Strike and kind of, rejoin with the old boys? Or is it possible that Liege and those guys come over to Valorant and join 100 Thieves if they're trying to make a rebuild happen? Now, it seems more likely that it's the former because Nafly yesterday re-signed with Team Liquid. He did clarify this is re-signed rather than resigned with Team Liquid through to 2024. This quite a surprise to some people because the rumor was the Nitro was coming back to Team Liquid for Counter-Strike, Liege would be there, Shooks would come over from Vitality, and then Vinny would be there as well, the Brazilian player. The fifth player I'm pretty sure was yet to be determined, but now Naf is there. Could that potentially work with Shooks? Like, is Shooks probably not going to go there anymore? I'm not really sure, but to me this probably seems more likely now that certainly Liege will stay in Counter-Strike if Naf is re-signing, and also you've got to think about Nitro, right, coming over. Like, that does make a fair bit of sense, right, if they're going to kind of reunite that trio, because if Naf was out of the way, then would Nitro still have been there? It's kind of difficult to say. So maybe this adds more credence, personally, I think, to the idea that Nitro is going to leave Valorant and come back to CS. But we'll see on that front. We haven't really had an update to these rumors in a few days. I guess it does remain to be seen. This, of course, came out from Nitro a few days ago when it was being ever more heavily rumored, saying like that's not going on. But I guess we'll see if that's going on, probably after champs at some time or another. This also went down yesterday, which was kind of crazy, frankly, from Virtuoso. They bring 2 players into their team, King and Okeanos. Not exactly sure how that's meant to be pronounced, but a lot of drama about this, frankly. I'm not sure if they didn't really do their research or exactly what the case might be, but Okeanos, apparently, there was a lot of talk about him being, involved in some pretty nefarious acts. As Mimi says right here, some of the stuff he's been up to before, like, as I say, pretty nefarious stuff, trying to leave the scene and to try to sneak back in. Now, there was a twit longer that came out back earlier this year sometime from his victim, it seems, and the TLDR is, as you can see, he leaked an explicit photo of me to several people in a Discord call with him, due to anger of me joking around with my friends. I'm underage, right? So that's kind of the situation as it is there. And I think maybe, I don't know, if Virtuoso didn't do the research here, or they just like, okay, this guy's a solid player, let's just give it a go anyway and see if nobody notices. But it turns out they did notice. And well, they make this statement, right, after discussing internally with the team and the recent response from the community, we've decided to part ways with Okeanos as a part of our roster. As a result of this, we will be pulling out of NSG this Monday. We will begin searching for a player to complete our starting 5. So they drop him within a few hours of picking him up, which I suppose is fair enough. But it's kind of crazy, frankly, when a player gets picked up and then dropped a few hours later. But the situation, obviously, it's a pretty rare situation that you see something like that, to be honest. But I suppose just dessert to the end of the day. So let's talk about what Sentinels had to say a couple of days ago. So this tweet comes out from Zeke last night, falling asleep to ShahZaM's iconic last every 2 minutes when he's on stream, of course. But just before they actually went out to Berlin, the Sentinels guys, they recorded a Q&A video effectively for their fans and discussed some ideas that were being presented to them. Now, TenZ had some ideas as well, especially with regard, I thought this is pretty cool right here, to be honest, with regard to the current state of the compositions within the game. Brimstone and Omen versus Viper and Astra. Now, he discusses, as we'll share here in just a second, that, yeah, to be fair, Brimstone has pretty good smokes, the smokes last for ages, this type of stuff, and Omen could be decent, but the problem is the Viper and Astra are just way too good. He reckons Viper's probably too strong, but also Astra is certainly way too strong right now, and ShahZaM goes on to say, look, it's actually broken and has probably ruined the game in its present state.
What do you think needs to happen with Omen/Brim to be played as much as Viper/Astra? Should Astra and Viper be nerfed, or should Omen and Brim get better kits? It's hard to say. I feel like if you buff Brim or Omen any further, they'll be like overtuned to a point. Like, Brim's smokes last forever, and he's gone on certain maps like Bind, but obviously he doesn't replace Viper or Astra or anything to that degree. So I would probably just say like nerfing those agents, especially Astra. I think Astra is really like
OP.
Yeah, like you can't do anything against it. It's just very
Astra
annoying.
ruined the game, bro. Astra actually ruined the game. It ruined the pacing of the game. You've got a character that can smoke and like control on defense and take space on offense from across the map. It's literally doing everything across the map. I think it's kind of ruined Valorant right now in this meta. Like they need to tune that.
So of course nothing's going to change before Champs. It's just a couple of days away. But there were some rumors that there was an Omen buff going to be arriving, and Yoru and these other agents. There's definitely been a lot of talk about this. Jet, for example, like is she going to get nerfed? These type of questions that have been very much raised recently. Now, you know, whether things like that do happen before Champs, because of course Chamber is not going to be played at the World Championship either, because it's too new to the game. The rumor really had it that after Champs, that's when Riot are going to come through and make some major changes here to the state of the game, really switch up some of these agents, and maybe a change like this could be happening, because Astra, if anything, is very, very strong right now, and definitely kind of outplays all those other agents that were being discussed in the video there. Viper, of course, also very high pick rates still as well. So definitely, I think some changes to be had. I think an Omen buff would be kind of welcome. I'm not, you know, Brimstone as well is kind of an interesting spot, but they kind of reckon, look, let's just nerf those other ones rather than bringing the other guys up a little bit more, and maybe Jet will be nerfed as well. There's certainly been some rumors about that. Interesting stuff. Intrigued to your perspective down below. Wanted to mention this as well real quick, because in Group C, I believe it is, or Group B, we'll have a look at it in a second, I'm pretty sure it's Group C, is Crazy Raccoon there in this group. Now, they're bringing in their coach from MVP PK. You guys might remember this team for the CSGO days. HSK, apparently, he's going to be coming in as the most promising candidate to be a new coach for Crazy Raccoon. We've seen the likes of Sentinels bringing Raucus to their team, going into the Champs, and therefore, well, they're going to do something similar. Is that going to make a massive difference? We shall see, but definitely a difficult time here to make it out of these groups. These are the groups, and I just wanted to run through as we close out the video here, just the pick'ems that George goes through. I think on the whole, these are pretty reasonable. A lot of these are, you know, generally you're just going to go with the favorites here. Group D, I think, is honestly chaos what you choose on that front, but well, let's just run through them. You can give your thoughts certainly in the comment section below. Ascendant Envy, I think definitely favorites to make it out right here. Of course, depends on the bracket the way this thing goes, but you guys can actually do this yourself over at VLR.GG, and if you go to like the champions page or whatever for the actual the actual event, you can find it under events and then go down to champions at the bottom on the left hand side. Then you can click on that, or maybe it's nearer the top now because it's basically just around the corner, and click on that, and then you can go to pick them. I think is a tab, and you can go and well, choose your own ones and send the link and all this type of good stuff. But Envy Ascend makes sense really to make it out of this group. Group B, Team Liquid versus Sentinels. Interesting you chose Liquid over Sentinels right here. Of course, they haven't lost a series yet with with Nevera in their team, so that's going to be a big storyline to see what happens there, because we'd imagine they are going to play each other here in this kind of winner's side of the GSL style groups, but likely both teams are going to make it out here regardless. And well, Gambit then in this group, this is the group with Crazy Raccoon in, but still I think they're going to have a tough time making something happen here. But yeah, Team Vikings, Team Secret, like Gambit definitely should be favorites to make it out of this one. And then Group D, I think this frankly is the bloodbath of the pool, and well, Vision Strikers, Full Sense, Fnatic, and Cloud9 Blue. I think I would like to see Cloud9 Blue making out. I'd also like to see, like all these teams, I kind of like to see them making out, so it's tough that only 2 of these 4 can make it through. But yeah, Cloud9 Blue, I'd like to see how they mix things up. I think they will probably find a way to make it, and then I guess Vision Strikers as well, but it's tough to say really through the rest of them, because Full Sense are very solid, and Fnatic are no pushovers either. But very much intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting the like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video, and also like you should see it as well, and help grow the competitive Valorant community. Thank you for watching as always, take care, and I will see you next time.